Hey guys, it's your boy Taco Plus. This is a weird fucking frame to start off a video, but I've noticed that I haven't read a book in like months. It's actually been crazy. I haven't read a book for like 4 months, which is absolutely insane. So I'm going to be reading. Oh my fucking god. I want to improve my reading skills. So I'm going to be reading this goofy ass book that's supposed to be horror, and y'all can see it on my YouTube channel that I haven't posted on in 6 months. So yeah, nobody is gonna see this fucking video. This shit's gonna get like no views, but at least I know that I am trying to improve myself. Well, that I need to improve. What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't stutter this much usually, by the way. So I'm gonna be reading this random book that I got like 3 years ago, I'm pretty sure, which is I've never read this goddamn book. From a random point. This is page 4. It takes me a while to read this shit, so, like, there's probably gonna be, like, 100 videos just on this book. I'm gonna be reading this goofy-ass book every single day for at least 15 minutes until I finish it. So, yeah. Let's get straight into it. This content is gonna be so boring, by the way. So, yeah, if you want engaging content, click off this video immediately. This shit is not gonna be good. Hey, Alexa! Set an alarm for 15 minutes. Hello, yo, Alexa, set an alarm for 15 minutes. Alexa, oh my god, you know what? I'm done.
15-minute alarm set for 11:43 a.m. Good news. You can try Alexa Plus free during...
Alexa, I don't care. Damn, bro, this bitch is crazy. Okay. The party, okay. Y'all are just gonna see this black screen. Because I can't be bothered, bro. The party seemed to hit the pause button as they waited for Ginger to surface. Nobody opened drinks, nobody talked or laughed. On the shore below, Matt had climbed down to join Cole at the edge of the water, looking. That's a fucking period. I need to slow down when there's a period. Looking out of place in his security guard shirt and swim trunks. Matt had his phone out. It was a big Samsung Galaxy that used to be his mom's. Mom hand-me-downs. Yuck. Janet shivered. Not that she was rich like Cole, but at least she didn't have to live in constant fear of her battery overheating and exploding, yeah. That's why, androids are, like, okay, I need to stop, bro. I need to focus on the reading. Dudes, they were still waiting for Ginger. She had been holding her breath for a long time. Matt yelled up, if she drowns, I get to keep the body. Pause, bro. What are you gonna do with that body, bro? Chill out, bro. Janet wasn't even sure what he meant, but assumed he was being disgusting. Even though he was the guy who let them into the reservoir to party, Matt was a fucking dick. And Janet knew she wasn't the only person who thought that. They waited. Janet could feel her own lungs begin to strain. She didn't even realize she'd been holding her breath, but then Ginger's head broke the surface of the water. She was waving her bikini top. Impact knocked it right off. Come on in, she said. Water's warm. Alright, bro. Kid, what am I reading, bro? I thought this was supposed to be a horror story. What is this? Kids didn't need any more of the invitation. The dam of property broke and everyone rushed for the water. Some climbed down the shore while some took the more direct route of a high drive fuck, who are all these people? Janet recognized most of the kids from their year, knew all of the juniors, a few more of the faces she knew, but not the names. She recognized as seniors of yo. Some she recognized as seniors of little note. A handful were older kids who'd graduated but hadn't gone off to college for one reason or another. The other kids made Janet a little uneasy, but then they were probably where most of the beer came from. No, the older creeps weren't what was really troubling her. There are underclassmen here. Janet felt like the back of her neck prickle with... what are underclassmen? I need to look that up after this, because, what the fuck are underclassmen? Janet felt the back of her neck prickle with indigenication. What does that mean? Indignation? I'll look that up afterwards, bro. She looked at the young faces, signaling them out by the way they sipped their beers. They'd be taught a lesson later. Maybe she'd encourage Tucker to get them drunk and then abandon them out by Tillerson's field. Wow, okay. Every year, some drunk frosh wound up knocking on the Tillerson's front door to use their phone because no one could get a cell signal out there, and the little punks needed to call Mom for a ride home. So why not a whole bunch of them dropped directly from the reservoir? No, it wasn't just the trespassing freshmen pissing her off either. It wasn't like she'd remembered tomorrow to launch a full investigation. But Janet was annoyed that someone in their group had invited everyone. Who was it? Tonight should have been their night. Just the 6 of them. 7 if you counted Victoria. Janet didn't. Damn. This trip to the reservoir was meant to be just for them. This is just the prelogue, by the way, chat. Give me that, Janet said, swiping a beer from a terrified-looking first year. We can't be drinking on camera, dickhead. She drained the half beer and tossed the empty can over her shoulder. The boy watched, something like admiration, infatuation creeping onto his face. Janet shoved him and told him to fuck off. It made her feel better. Yo, Janet, Cole called up. He was halfway up the stairs, ready to try the backflip again. He made a start rolling motion with one finger. Oh yeah, she still had his phone. She didn't even remember ending the feed. That wasn't good. She hit the button to reconnect. There was a hazy moment of the phone fighting for connection, then the 5-second countdown. Look out below, Tucker Lee yelled as he ran into frame with a lit M8 in his hand. What the fuck is an M8? Is that like a... What the fuck is... Yo, this book is too advanced for me, chat. What the fuck? Janet heard herself starting, but then Cole lifted a hand. She cut the stream before it could go live again. What are you doing? Cole yelled up, taking the stairs 2 at a time to join them on the overlook above the reservoir. I wasn't going to actually throw it, Tucker said. The fuse was still burning. It sounded like a bomb. But he didn't seem worried. It was a long and slow fizz. Those things were hard to put out. She'd once seen Tucker toss one into a bucket of water, and it still exploded. Ugh. Oh yeah, it is. It's dynamite. An M8 wasn't a firecracker, they were quarter sticks of dynamite. Put it out, Cole told him. Aw, seriously, man? Tucker whined. The fuse still a slow... Yeah, I can't make that noise. That's literally what it says, by the way. That's literally what it says, if the camera would focus right there. Oh, shit, not my crutches. Oh, yeah, I have crutches because I broke my leg earlier this year. Or my foot. I don't even know. It's like this bone that's in your leg that's connected to your foot, I think, so... I don't remember the name of it. I'm getting sidetracked, though. Now, Cole said, stepping upright in his face, or as close as Cole could get, being a full foot shorter than Tucker. Damn. Tucker groaned, wrapping the fuse between two fingers, and pulled off the cherry without flinching, even though it had to have burned him. Pack of 6 cost me $10, Tucker said. Here, Cole said, pulling a beer out from the cooler that appeared at their feet while they'd been talking. Even Cream Alley. See, I don't know these fucking beer brands, bro. Seriously? Fuck you, Cole laughed. Just drink it. Order restored. Cole gave Janet a nod, and she started the process to go live again. Okay, I'm glad I didn't read this book like 3 years ago, because that shit would have been way too advanced for me. Hey, guys and gals, Cole said. He had his YouTube voice on, and Janet couldn't help but smile. Such a doofus. Such a doofus. Shut your bitch ass up. My bad. Cole wasn't tall and broad-shouldered. He was a compact and angular, perfect proportioned. He could throw a ball, but that was as blue-collar as he got. He'd never be working the fields or the production line at Bay Pen, but it didn't matter. The rich boy was not destined for real work. We're coming to you live from an undisclosed location, he continued. Janet couldn't figure out the need for what the fuck does that say? I don't know, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna look that up afterwards, because I don't know what that means. Spelled Secrecy. Everyone would know that they were at the Kettle Springs Reservoir. World Star, somebody on the far end of the reservoir yelled. What the fuck does that... What? They then did a sloppy somersault from one of the 2 concrete stacks across from them. The stacks flanked either side of the pool's overflow waterfall, and it usually took a few more drinks before boys were scrambling up their algae stick sides. Okay, so by the way, this is the word. I need the camera to focus. Where is it? Yeah, right here. Right there. That one that starts with S. Camera's not focusing, bro. Because my hands are like shaking. That one. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. Where was I? But tonight people were eager to party, apparently. Janet caught the kids flip in the background of the stream, but didn't zoom in or pull focus away from her main subject. This was Cole's moment, and she knew not to cut away. As you can see, Cole said, pivoting and indicating for Janet to do the same so she could catch more of the walkway behind him. Summer weather has overstayed its welcome, and the crew and I are celebrating the only way we know how. He came to a stop beside Ronnie, The girl leaned in and put her hand on his bare stomach. Yo, what the fuck is this, bro? Just above his bathing suit line, Ronnie Queen was shameless. And where did she get that bikini? Whether it was online or at the mall on Route 70, Janet and Ronnie usually did their shopping together. Janet kinda couldn't believe Ronnie would wear something so stringy without at least sending a snap to Janet for Janet's approval. Whatever. That was probably why Ronnie had done it. The bathing suit and wearing it was a deliberate snub. Janet could see in Ronnie's eyes that she'd gotten what she wanted. Cole was noticing, not in a pervy way. He was too cool for that, but a slight blush in his cheeks. Yo, what am I reading? This is supposed to be horror. Why? What am I reading? Yo, this book is like false advertisement, chat. False advertisement. Look at the front page of this goddamn book. This is supposed to be horror, not fucking romance. What the fuck is this?